said, is it quite young? You're like, yeah, I think so. And then you chase it, you're like, it's 6.
I looked at the label, I was like 6 years old.
I know from the taste. It's
No, it's 6 years old, sorry. Yeah, looked at the label. This is
Hello, I'm Jen.
My name's Rachel.
Welcome to our channel. We are Whiskey Geeks.
Not whiskey snobs.
So if you like all things whiskey,
And you're not a snob,
subscribe. Trying some international whiskies today.
Excited. So we have lots of samples. We're trying to get our way through that people have really
Trying our very
lovely sent us. So we've been putting them in categories and we've got quite a few international ones. We thought let's try some international ones together. They've had mixed reviews from us and for the generally online. So we've got Lark.
Sorry, hair in my mouth.
That's alright,
Yep.
that's alright. So we've got Lark, but it's a blended whiskey from them, but from different Tasmanian distilleries.
Oh, cool,
which is really cool. 3 different ones. Then we've got Hopfen Whisky.
I'm excited about that.
So the person who gave us this didn't rate it at all.
Really?
Yeah, he really didn't like it. And the last one we've got is High Coast, which might be a bit more well known than the Hopfen. So that's Swedish, isn't it?
Used to be called box whiskey.
Yes, and you can tell us all about why that is, can't you? Is that
It used to be. The building that they're in used to be a cardboard box factory.
Yeah, and that's why they called. But then there was a lawsuit or something.
Yeah, so there was a company that was too similar that was called something else box.
But they didn't tell us which company.
No, but I think we can probably
guess.
decipher. And so they had to change their name, so they called it High Coast, which I quite like. It makes it feel more like
I like High Coast. I don't know why.
coastal and windy.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like it's on top of a cliff.
Yeah, same. Which I don't know if it is.
I don't know if it is. I don't
actually.
think it's a bit further inland than that, but well, it can't be called a coast, but like, I don't think it's like right perched on the edge of a cliff. But that's what I see when I hear
You
that.
think it's beside the coast because it's High Coast.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. So, first one, Lark.
Should we try it? Should we go for it?
Yes. This one's called the Symphony. And it's good. I suppose. More and more international whiskies means there's so many more to try now.
Yeah.
And every whiskey in competition has always at least one world whiskey section, if not more than that. So,
That's cool.
So Tasmania have an interesting history with whiskey, or Australia as well generally have quite an interesting history with whiskey, in that they had some similar laws put on them that the gin industry did here.
Oh really?
So they.
Oh, I think I might have heard this. I don't remember any of it though.
I think it was a noble lady or a royal lady of some kind who'd said something like, I'd rather we fed barley to the pigs than fed barley to the men to make them swines.
Oh,
or something like that.
That's quite a good quote.
Which if you've been in a pub late at night with lots of drunk people sometimes, you can see the point in that.
Yeah, totally.
So they had the same kind of legislation where, well, no, first it was banned, you weren't allowed to make any spirits there.
Wow.
I know, and then till the early 1900s then they switched it, and it was then that you could make it, but you had to have a certain size of still, like they did with gin here. And then that law's been repealed since then.
That smells very fruity.
Yeah, definitely.
It smells quite young as well. Is it quite young?
I think it is, yeah. It's a blend, so it's a blend of the Lark, the Nant distillery and the Overeem, which none of them I've heard of.
I'd heard of Lark, but I've not heard of the other two.
Not yet, same. And they're using Australian barley as well, so that's cool.
Oh, that is cool, yeah. Very limes,
Dry.
pineapple,
Tropical.
but it has maybe like dried pineapple possibly.
Yeah, dried pineapple. It's won some awards as well. The Lark's been quite,
concentrated.
really concentrated. It's concentrated, it smells like cordial, like you should need to dilute it.
Yes, mango.
Mango cordial.
Mango cordial. Or some kind of orange and mango maybe.
Yeah, like orange and mango juice.
Oh yeah, that's almost like a mango G2.
I love that, that smells great. It's
Well, that's tasty.
really tasty.
It's quite chalky.
6 years old. So it's young. It's quite chalky. So this is
I
our
like that.
number one, yeah. It's nice.
Is that the first thing they've produced then? Lark?
I think
Or
that's the first blended malt. They've done
Right.
other single malts. How much do you reckon though for a 50cl bottle of
a
that?
50cl. Oh, I bet that's like at least 75.
$150.
What's that in
Don't know. I don't know in
Converted.
pounds.
Oh.
I don't know.
Pricey, but really tasty.
Lovely, lovely. I don't think I'd pay as much for it. But it is lovely and it's won lots of awards. That is a big thing with the newer distilleries, that they are a bit more pricey.
Yeah, yeah, totally understandable because they're really small businesses, independent. What's the percentage?
And
40.2.
Yeah, so it's got lots of flavour for that too.
Yeah,
and
it does
I'd rather
actually.
it was higher ABV. I think I'd be more.
Yeah,
just seeing
yeah.
the 40.2 is slightly like, maybe why are you charging as much for it? I think there's also a really good point to remember that, like, to do things properly, it does cost money.
Yeah.
So if you're getting things for really cheap, whether it's clothes or coffee or wine or whiskey,
Yes.
there's cutting corners somewhere, whether that's labour costs or environmentally or whatever else. So you're paying
And to
for
start up a business like that must cost millions.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
totally
yeah,
fair that
yeah.
they're charging that much.
It's lovely that it's got lots of banana. I'm getting really foamy banana.
Yeah, I'm getting a wee bit of that.
Banana bread actually.
More bread.
Biscuity.
Bready, yeah.
That's lovely. That's really banana bread now.
Shall we try? This is the hop one.
Hopfen. So this is from a brewery originally. I think they've now branched into spirits. Was it bad? He did say it was horrible. He said it was undrinkable. They've added hops to this, which I've never had a whiskey they've put hops in. Oh God.
I was so excited about this. That smells like brown sauce.
It does. It does. It's got like a spicy sriracha.
Yeah.
Vodka. Smoky vodka. Spicy chili. That's interesting.
There's something herbal in it that reminds me of like something that you'd find. Is it clovey or something?
It's like I'm getting a bit of basil actually, like basil and parsley.
Yeah.
Clovey, I get that like a sweeter.
Yeah, it's clovey, and there's something specific. It's not cardamom. It's
Oh yeah.
maybe a fennelly kind of. That's very, very different.
So these guys make traditional Franconian style beers.
Cool.
So that's where their expertise and their founding lies, and they've branched into not just whiskey but other spirits. I'm not exactly sure when they add the hops. I presume it's the beer making bit. So at the point where distilleries don't add hops and then distill it, I think they do add hops and then they distill it. Did I say that right?
They do add hops.
They do add hops. I thought I might have missed a H out there.
It does, without knowing, when you just merge that in, it feels right. But
Do add hops. They do add hops. That's really weird though. It smells like pesto pasta.
it smells also a little bit like horses.
Yeah.
Mint. Spearmint.
Oh, mint.
Spearmint
It's gotten
polos.
really mint.
Spearmint polos.
All of a sudden, yeah.
I am not sure of that. It's making my mouth water, not in a good way.
It's weird. That's really, really weird. I've never smelled a whiskey like that.
I wouldn't think that was whiskey. I would think that was liqueur.
49.
Right. I like that. It's cold.
Oh my god, it's got like, it had a wee bit of an absinthe flavour in the middle.
Yes! I think that's what I was trying to look for when I was saying before, yeah.
What do they put in absinthe again?
Wormwood. Woodworm. Wormwood.
You were right.
I always get that wrong and I thought I'd gone the wrong way. Wormwood.
Yeah, which is a herbally kind of minty.
Like aniseed,
yeah.
yeah.
Fennelly.
I like the smell, the taste better than the smell on that. Should we try with a wee drop of water and see what makes it? I feel like that'll make it taste like toothpaste water.
I feel like that's quite like weird.
In the interest of experimentation.
I'd like to do that in a tasting, as a blind tasting.
So would I, yeah, that'd be interesting. I'm not enjoying the smell at all.
It's very herbal. It's very herbal.
I'm really not.
I get what you mean. It's not like mouldy, but it's
wet towels. I was going to say damp wet towels, yeah. Damp wet.
Damp wet
damp
towels.
old towels,
Yeah.
like when you come back from swimming, like Fino Sherry.
Yeah.
Floor.
Yeah. Mould.
And then the taste is quite pleasant.
Don't like it with water at all.
Oh, the finish is toothpaste water.
Oh.
Yeah, but without water,
Mm-hmm.
The taste is quite pleasant, actually.
Yeah, definitely without water, but I understand why you didn't like that.
Yeah.
I understand why you wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
I am not going to finish that
Fair.
because of the aftertaste. Tastes like I've just brushed my teeth.
There's not been anyone that I've talked to that's had German whiskies, and that's the first German whiskey that I've had. You're not enjoying that at all. Yeah.
I feel it here.
It's got a weird
I feel it in my
flavour.
sinuses.
It is like you just brush your teeth and then...
And then not rinsed your mouth
Yeah,
out.
it's got that
all
minty-
still in there.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
you've got in a car. And it's hot plastic. You know, like a new car, not the nice new car, the cheap new car. Hot plastic.
There's not been... So I don't think that's... Start again. Anyone that I've spoken to that's had German whiskey hasn't liked it from whichever distillery, because I know there's a few now.
Really?
So I want to try some German whiskey that I like.
Yeah.
That's the first
German
one I've
whiskey's
tried.
only been around for 30 years-ish, hasn't it?
Is it? I don't know.
I think so. They've only really been... Because obviously they're well known for other things, and
Yeah.
particularly beer. And
Very
I think
good beer.
really in Germany the whiskey industry's only been around for about 30 years.
Right.
And I think they have a few in different regions. Some are closer to like an American bourbon, some are more like a kind of Scottish Speyside, some are more like Irish. And they've gone for different spellings. There's a totally different spelling that they've got.
That's like more German or just something in completely
No, it's
its own-
more German, and it's meant to be closer to the name of the region that it's in.
I like that.
I want to
That's
say
cool.
the
That's
region's
cool.
name is Hessen,
Right.
so it'd be
Yes.
Whiskey. I'm not sure. Shall we try number 3?
So High Coast, this is cask strength and quite strong. I believe this is sent to us by Peter Hunt. Thank you very much, Peter, at the Southport Whisky Club.
oh,
they've got-
thank you, Peter.
Fantastic drams there. I think you can buy with bottles from them. He's always got a really good selection, really good prices. So it's 62.4% alcohol. So it's strong.
The only time I've ever tasted High Coast before was actually mixed with Ardnamurchan.
Same in the Sandabud.
Sandabud, yep.
This is also a Adelphi bottling.
Ah,
High Coast.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
It smells amazing.
It smells very light. The last one I tried was very deep and rich.
Yeah, this is much
very
lighter.
light, high up,
I'm
smoky.
actually this has got some of the things I liked about that Sandabud and not some of the other things. So I wonder if some of those things was a bit farmy Ardnamurchan in there that
Possibly,
was not
yep.
getting along with me as much.
Definitely, that sounds probably right.
Oh, it's like sweet and fudgy. I love that. That's.
Do we know how old
It says.
they are? Because they're not that old a distillery.
No, it's 2012. It says on here, so I don't know. Must have been distilled 2012, maybe bottled in the last few years. I would imagine.
Yeah.
But it's a distillery.
Maybe about that. Maybe about 2012. Maybe a wee bit longer, older. Should we?
Oh, that smells so nice. That's so sweet, like velvety.
I do get a little farmyard bit in there though.
I do
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
do
I
as
wonder
well.
if it is quite similar to Ardnamurchan and being.
It's smoky as well. So it's peated.
Associated.
Yeah. That is quite similar to Ardnamurchan. It's
That's
got.
my favourite.
That's got the farminess. I get that. Why that's your
Oh.
favourite. It's not my favourite, but
Oh,
it's
really?
it's got that farmy bit. It's got the farmy bit.
Oh, I love that. I love that. It's like farmy candy floss.
I do like that. I think that's really nice. It is. It's not my like type of whiskey, but it's lovely.
That's my favourite of the 3.
Really quite a complex whiskey from a
Yeah.
distillery. Like if you gave me that blind, I'd be like, that's Scottish, 100%.
Yeah, I think I would think that was an Islay.
The other ones maybe not, but definitely that one.
Kalila-esque.
Kalila-esque, bit funky, or Kalila's not really funky, but it's got smoky and a bit weird.
It's like a Kalila crossed with a Springbank a little bit. Kalila
Yeah,
with a
yeah.
wee drop of Springbank in it.
Definitely.
What was your favourite?
I think if I was just having a dram, the Lark. I find the Hopfen really interesting. I think it's
Same,
weird.
there's lots to find in it, but I don't want to drink it.
But probably the Lark is the one I would drink
Yeah.
more of if I had a bottle of it. Yeah,
I would
definitely.
be the High Coast.
The High Coast, yeah. All that lovely though.
Oh, that was so
All lovely.
interesting though, yeah.
Definitely recommend try World Whiskies if you've not already.
Yeah.
And what whiskies can we try, especially German distilleries for me?
Yes, I
What
think so,
ones
because
have you
I've never tried any German whiskies, but that's the only German whiskey I've ever tried.
Good or bad? Because we're happy to try bad ones as well.
Definitely. Interesting.
good.
And I might like
Good
them.
fun. Yeah, exactly. She might like them. I won't.
You
but
will.
she might.
Well, thank you for joining us. Subscribe down here for more like this. And join us again next time. Slange. Thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed our video. If you did, please give it a like and a subscribe. And you can follow us on social media at The Grail Tastings. See you next time. Slange.
It's harsh on pigs, that.
It is harsh on pigs.
Swines. If you've been to Stirling at late night on a Saturday.
Or Glasgow, where you used to work with all them.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to clear them out at night.
You'd rather be with a bunch of pigs.
Oh, definitely,
actually.
yeah.
Much more polite. Much less grabby.
Much cuter.
Much cuter, yeah.